So when she said brother, I look at the guy. And it says, my brother's name is, and before she could say it, if I remember correctly, I knew his name because I realized he was my ex-classmate from 20, 30 years ago. No, not 30 years. 20 odd years ago. He was my classmate. He was in the same primary school as me, same class for 4 years, and then we went to the same secondary school. And I was shocked, and I shouted his name. I said, Victor! That's his name, not the other. Victor, it's you! What are you doing here? And she was shocked, the sister was shocked, and he was shocked, and I was shocked. I was very shocked because I never expected to see him in the hall. And, I had been thinking about him I think about him quite sometimes. I wouldn't say every day, but from time to time, I think about this friend. Mostly because I'm ashamed to say when we were young, I did not treat him very well. Yeah, it's true, and this is something that stayed with me, and from time to time, I will talk to it about this, right, to the youth, and I'll say, when you treat your friends, right, don't be like me and do this or that. But we had lost contact over the years, so I didn't know where he was, I didn't know how to get a hold of him. And when he turned up, I was shocked because I didn't know how I recognized him. He was wearing a mask. And he had been sitting there for the entire time, the entire sermon. So I said, hey, I recognize you. Did you recognize me? Do you know it's me? He said, yeah, I know it's you. I said, well, you never come and say hi. He said, oh, no, I don't want to disturb you. So the fella had just been keeping quiet, very low profile, And I felt like, how did I know that it was him? How did I know that it was him? It was just so amazing. The second I looked at him, I just knew who he was. And he was wearing some I think he was wearing I don't know what he was wearing. It was just very difficult to recognize him. And I took the chance to sit down with him and apologize to him for how I treated him all those years ago. Isn't that a wonderful story? Isn't that a wonderful coincidence, if you can even call it a coincidence? What are the odds that such a thing will happen? And what are the odds that I can recognize him even before people tell me? Even though he's wearing a mask, even though I have not seen him for so long, something may have happened, right? It must have been someone who arranged the things and told me that this is your long-lost friend.